Lesson 2.6, video part 3. Now we're going to try a word problem and try to interpret inequalities in word form. So here we have the basic idea that in order to be elected President of the United States, candidates must be at least 35 years old. So at least means 35 is okay, 36 is okay, 37 is okay. So this is actually a greater than or equal to wording. Also, they must win a minimum of 270 votes. Minimum meaning no lower than. So 270 is okay, 280 is okay, 290 is okay. So this is also a greater than or equal to statement. So our first part says define the variables and write a system of inequalities. So let's define the variables. So we'll use A for age, and we'll use V for votes, and see what these would look like. So age, or in other words, A, must be greater than or equal to 35 years old. And the number of votes must be greater than or equal 270 votes. So let's take a look at what that would look like on a graph. Now remember, there's only one variable in each inequality, which means they will be vertical and horizontal lines. So if we look at our graph and we label it, let's put age on the x-axis, and we'll go age, we'll go by fives here, so 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And we'll have our vertical axis be votes, and that one will go by 50s, so 0, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, and then 500. Now again, only one variable in each inequality, so we are looking at vertical and horizontal lines. Now if our x-axis is age, then we're talking about a vertical line. So where is our cutoff for age? And it says 35. It includes 35. There's a line underneath the inequality, so that means we make a solid line. And this graph, this picture is showing the reader that they must be older or equal to 35 years old. Number of votes, since our vertical axis is votes, then we're talking about a horizontal line. So where is the line that represents enough votes? And that would be 270. So this is 200, 250, 270 would be about there. So this, and again there's a line underneath the inequality, so this is a solid line. And this tells the reader that they must have at least 270 votes, a minimum, which means that 270 or more than. So this represents the graph of the two inequalities. So it says here, name one possible solution. Well, we said the solution region with inequalities is where they overlap shading. So right in here represents the solution region. And it goes on forever that way, but on our graph we'll just kind of focus on that piece. So a solution would be a coordinate in that space. And there's many solutions. Infinite actually, but an example of one would be, let's try 50 years old, and so 50 would take you to here, and then up to, let's put it right in the middle, right about there, 400. So that represents a coordinate that works for both inequalities. So a candidate that is 50 and gets over 400 votes with the electoral, that gives them the presidency. All right, so another perspective is this coordinate a solution? So if we look at it, and I'm going to change the color of that one, this coordinate, make it purple, so we can see it on the graph. 52 would put you here, which looks good. 235, so here's 250, or excuse me, here's 52. Up to 235 would be about there. Now that one works for age, but it falls short for number of votes needed. So this is not a solution. And our reasoning is not enough votes. This ends 2.6, video part 3.